Goes up to her and goes, do you want me to pick you up? I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life because I hate men. I'm not saying I'm not insecure because I have loads of insecurities. Everyone does. And I would start sort of looking at her and being like, trying to find fault in her. And I'd be like, oh, she's got this and this. Hun, these aren't your boobs. That's not your child. So whatever's going on with me. Are you hoping to tandem feed? Ooh, good question. Full of love. And that's not to say that having a child is easy, by the way, because honeys, I feel like this is the most unattractive angle because where you're on the tripod, you're like below me. Is that gonna be really annoying when I'm doing like makeup? Because I feel like if you're up here, I don't know how I'd get you up here. No, I can't talk down to you, can I? Because that's rude. I'm gonna go and change it. Honeys, is that better? I asked you to ask me some questions over on my Instagram. So today I thought I would just answer lots of them. You guys have asked me pregnancy, non-pregnancy related questions. So I'm just gonna talk very openly and honestly while I do my makeup. So I thought we would do like a little chatty, get ready with me. Like in the olden days, the olden days. Oh, I miss the olden days. So I got my questions here. I am gonna start pregnancy related just because that is the majority of the questions, but lots of them aren't pregnancy related. Lots of them about my younger self and bits like that. If anyone wants to know the products, I will say them. This is the e.l.f. Halo Liquid Filter Glow in the shade Fair Light, and this is my life. I literally don't wear foundation anymore. I just love this so much. It is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. Right, how is pregnancy going? How far along are you? Currently when I'm filming this, I'm about to turn 23 weeks. So that's exciting. So when this is up, I'm about to turn 23 weeks. But pregnancy is going really well at the moment. I feel a lot more energized than from my first trimester. I feel like I'm appreciating this trimester at the moment so much more because my first trimester was harder than what it was with Renalia. But for me, I've just got a bad back, but I've been going to an osteo, although she went to Australia for 3 weeks and I was really sad. She takes me up every week and it really just does actually help my back. I do Pilates once a week, not once a week, every week. Sometimes I don't do it every week. You know, that's strengthening my back as well. I mean, obviously it's not the most amount of exercise, but it's still something. And it's in a really nice space and it's like a maximum of 6 people and the trainer is so nice. She's like amazing. She's like amazing. And once no one turned up and it was just me and her and I had like a one-on-one and I was really intimidated and I was really nervous because I was like, oh my God. Because you know, sometimes when you're in a class with loads of people, you can get away with like not doing as much. No, she was like on it, like I was shaking by the end of it, like I am not fit in the slightest. My sleep isn't the best, but I don't feel like my sleep's ever been that great. I'm not the best sleep in the world. I'm just gonna take the HMB Cosmetics Concealer in the shade SF1W. I've never been the best sleeper. My mum and dad were telling me the other day that I literally have always had problems with sleep, like anxiety, just not sleeping, and that's fine. But lately, baby girl has been so active and not at the night, and I find it really hard to sleep on my side. I find it really hard. You're meant to sleep on your left side and I've got my pregnancy pillow on my left side, but then I just end up rolling over to my right side and then she's like not having any of it and she's like, what are you doing, mum? And she's wriggling around, honestly, and then you wake up on your back and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? And then that wakes me up and then I wake up to go to the toilet because I'm drinking, obviously, and I drink a little bit too much late at night, so I need to stop that because the bladder, she gets full. She gets full very quickly. I've got a hair somewhere and it's bugging me, but I can't find where. Very, very light hair. I'm just taking the BFF face frosting in the shade Ganache, just as my cream bronzer. So yes, thank you for asking how I am. Little update there. I'm struggling with what to wear at the moment, that's what I'm saying. I'm struggling with what to wear because I feel as though we're in between sort of seasons. Like it's sunny, but it's cold. So I'd love to wear like maxi dresses. You can't really because it's freezing and I'm freezing all the time. And then nothing fits me. I need to find some trousers, but then I'm like, I don't want to buy too many pregnancy clothes because when it gets to summer, I'm just going to be in dresses and be in like floaty clothes. So it's that thing of like, how much longer is it going to be cold for? You know what I mean? I got some maternity jeans from Jojo Mama Bebby the other day and they're really nice. They're really, really nice, but I need to order some more maternity bits basically. Hugo B's calling me. 1 second. Hugo B, you okay?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Just at home, just filming a video quick. What are you and Dad doing? I'm just gonna blend this out now with my beauty blender. Actually, no, I'm gonna take a brush because I've been really enjoying the brush. Right, next question. Has yours and Spencer's relationship changed since having a baby? I think it'd be really, really naive of me to be like, no, it hasn't changed, because obviously it's changed. We've got a whole human that we look after now. But I do believe that it's definitely brought us closer and made us love each other in like a completely different way now. Like when you see the man you love with your child and you made this human together and it's just magical. It's just, I think it makes you love them so much more. Like it opens your eyes to this level of love. And that's not to say that having a child is easy, by the way, because obviously it's a strain on anyone. That's a fact. I think I'd be really selling dreams if I was like, you know, having a child. There's days where we're like, you know, we have little bickers, and let's say like I'm tired and we just snap at each other and we're not being, you know, as kind as we should be to each other. But we get through them, and everyone bickers. Like I think we're very open about that. Like we have bickers, or sometimes we're like brother and sister the way we argue. And then the next minute we're like all lovey-dovey and it's fine. It's so easy when you've not had much sleep and you're stressed and you work together and all those things to just have like a little bicker. But I actually think the bickers make us way stronger, because afterwards we're like, we love each other so much. We're in this lovey-dovey stage of like, we never want to argue. We hate arguing. I love you so much. And I think people, you know, it's normal to have bickers because you're two people you're completely different people. You're completely different people working through different things with each other. And it's just about compromising and working together. And yeah, I would definitely say it's changed, but I would say it's changed for the better, 100%. It's made us stronger, way stronger. Like the love I have for him now is like multiplied. But that's not to say that it's easy raising a child, obviously, because, you know, that's standard procedure. But I love him way more now, and I'm hoping that he would say the same about me. I think he would. Okay, next question. Are you hoping to tandem feed? Ooh, good question. And how is breastfeeding going? Well, this is a massively common question asked to me about breastfeeding, because obviously I am still breastfeeding my 18-month-old. Did I think I would still be breastfeeding my 18-month-old? No. I was like, she's going to give me up at a year. And I was like, oh, I saw loads of people on like social media and stuff, and they were like, had my last feed and my daughter's 1. I was like, oh, we're coming up to 1, like Renalia's definitely going to start weaning. And there's been stages where I thought like, oh, she's weaning, like she's coming off the boob. I'm just taking Charlotte Tilbury, by the way. Beautiful skin, Sunkissed Glow bronzer. People don't like this, but I really like it as a contour, because I feel like it's quite cool toned, and I really like it. People think it's muddy, but maybe I'm using it wrong. Or maybe I'm using it right. I'm just trusting the journey that we're on. Do I want to tandem feed? I don't think it's something which is easy. I've spoken to lots of people about, let me just find this brush because I'm looking down, it's really rude. I've spoken to lots of people about it, and people are like, oh, it's really hard. My osteo actually works with people that tandem feed, because she does like lots of feeding consultations as well. And she was like, it's hard, it's really hard, and it's draining. But the thing is, Renalia doesn't feed that much. She only feeds once, twice a day max. Her big feed is in the morning when she wakes up, and then she won't feed at bedtime. She'll feed at like 5 o'clock. But that's only some days. Like, she does love her bottles of milk. She loves her food. She's still very much getting her bottles. She's still very much getting her food content. And I don't know whether it's comfort, obviously, but she drinks for a long time. Like, the first feed of the day, I'd say is like an hour. Like, if I don't distract her and go like, Moo, let's watch something on the TV now, or let's read some books, or let's get a bottle of milk, or do you want some porridge? And then sometimes she'll get off. But like this morning, Spencer gave her a bottle and she was like, nope, I just want to be on the boob. It's every day is different with a child. I think everyone that has a child will know that it's never I think you just go with it. I'm just going with it, and I'm trusting the journey that we're on. I don't force her to feed. And when she's ready to give it up, of course, I'll be devastated, because I'll be like, that's the end of my journey with her. And we went through a lot of things to get to where we were with breastfeeding. Where we've got to and where we came from is amazing. Obviously, I would be lying if I was to say I won't be emotional. I hope to breastfeed my next baby, and I hope she latches. But, you know, I know that breastfeeding is a completely different mix of so many, sorry, my phone's going off. I'm just gonna put it on airplane mode. Breastfeeding is a complete mix of so many different factors. It's not just, will they latch? It's about supply and all those things. So I just want to go with the flow, see what she's doing. She's 18 months now, and the baby's born, she'll be 23 months. It's like 5 months away. If I give the boob up now, maybe it'd be the best thing, but I just don't think she's ready to go cold turkey yet. Someone said, like, do you think you'll keep 1 feed? I don't know, because a lot of people have told me, like 2 midwives have told me, like, by month 5, your milk will change and she'll go off it. She did have a day where she just fed once, and then was like, in the evening, she was like, don't want to come near it today. And I was like, okay, maybe she's weaning, Spence. And I was a bit sad about it, but obviously I didn't shove my boob in her face. Like, if she doesn't want to feed, she doesn't want to feed. I'm not going to force the girl. That's absolutely fine. If she wants to give it up tomorrow, like, gosh, it would be a shock, but wow. If that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do. You know, she's the person that I'm following. I'm following her lead. I'm following what's going on. And the baby's here. Do you think it'd be just good to have 1 feed so that she doesn't get jealous? Because she might think, if I gave it up cold turkey just before the baby comes, then she's going to have so many new different transitions, like she's changing rooms, she's going to have different days at different places. So really, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be transitioning for her, and she's going to have a completely new person in the house, and she's going to have a sibling. Will she look at the boob and be like, wait, that was mine? What are you doing? Well, I don't know. So will it be good to just keep one up? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just going to go with where we're at the moment. But also, just really quickly, I feel like when you're pregnant, everyone's like, breastfeed, breastfeed. And people are quite judgmental of that. And I'm so up for just fed is best. I never ever want to put onto someone being like, you need to breastfeed or you don't need to breastfeed. You do whatever's works best for you. If you have a supply, if you want to feed, feed. If you don't want to feed, if it doesn't work for you and your baby, you have to be selfish and go with you and your child. I don't like the fact that people have so many opinions on other people's journeys, because everyone in this world is so different. Like, we know that. That's why we're all so unique and amazing. I'm just gonna take the Vitamin Babe setting powder. But I feel as though then when you breastfeed to a certain degree, I think on the NHS website it does say now to feed till 2. It's like it's recommended to feed till 2, the age. If you feed for 2 weeks or feed for 3 years, like, I'm not going to judge someone. I'm just not going to judge someone. I'm a mum. I know what this whole life is like. And it's, you know, it's really, sometimes it's hard being a mum. It's an amazing, amazing thing, but it's not easy navigating your way through everything. So I just think we should be more supportive of each other. And I think it's funny how people just want to judge other people and make remarks on their body. It's like, hun, these aren't your boobs. That's not your child. So whatever's going on with me and her is to do with me and her, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm all up for advice and help and whatever, but I don't think people should be pressing their opinions on, you know, like, I would never go to someone who's bottle feeding like, you need to breastfeed, ever in my life. Never. Oh my God, a fed baby is a best baby. And lots of people say, no, whatever. Listen, I'm not here to judge anyone. That's a fact. Okay, next one. Any advice for your younger self? Yes, stop caring about what people think. The people that you think you need to care about, you won't even know them in 3 years. So you need to chill out, hun. Stop being so worried about everyone else. Don't change, love deeply, love hard, get hurt, be yourself. Because I love my journey. I just wish I was less worried about what people thought of me when I was younger. But I think we all have insecurities. Listen, we project our insecurities onto other people. You know, I know when I was with my ex-boyfriend, if I'd see like a pretty girl come into a restaurant, I'd start, this is me being honest, this is when I was younger. He was older than me, I was younger, and I would start sort of looking at her and being like, trying to find fault in her. And I'd be like, oh, she's got this and this and this and this, when it was only because it was my insecurity speaking, if you know what I mean. And listen, we've all been there, but now I'm like, women are amazing, women are beautiful. Like, I've said things in the past, but now I'm like, women are amazing, I respect every single woman, every single person, every single female, every single man I respect, obviously, but I'm just speaking as the female, you know, sort of person. I just feel like, yeah, I think as you get older, you're like, when I see a beautiful woman now, I'm like, Spencer, look how unreal she is. I'm like, look at how unreal she is. The other day, oh my God, H's girlfriend, she's a dancer. I was literally like, why is she so hot? She's so hot, she's so hot. I was like, Spencer, look how fit she is. I guess I would like to say be less insecure, but then I think my insecurities led me to who I am now, and I think we all have to go through those things. And I'm not saying I'm not insecure, because I have loads of insecurities, everyone does, and I project my insecurities onto other people, like they're my insecurities. That doesn't make me envious or anything of everyone else, if you know what I mean. Okay, in this second pregnancy, what will you do differently? Is this pregnancy any different? I feel like from 14 weeks, both the nausea completely went. Renalia, obviously I didn't have as much nausea as with this baby. It's really crazy that literally hit 14 weeks and then I just felt like I had so much energy, and then I was like, why have I got so much energy? Is this normal? This baby's a little bit more active at this stage, but I think it's because obviously with your second baby, you do feel them earlier. So I felt this baby a lot earlier. You don't get as much time to just sit in the moment. Spencer obviously still does my creams and talks to the baby, and we get the evenings to sort of just talk to the baby and sing to the baby. And when the baby's sort of not talking, but when the baby's like moving around in the daytime, let's say I'm in the car, I can sing to the baby as well and like talk. That's what I did with Renalia. I'm still doing my pregnancy journey this time. Pregnancy journal this time, which I really, really am enjoying. But it's just, you don't get as much time to sit. You've got a toddler to run around for. So I feel like there's nothing in this pregnancy that I'll do differently. I think you're a lot calmer. Actually, that takes me to another question, which I'm just going to answer because I feel as though that leads into it. Are you more nervous with this pregnancy? I was nervous going from 1 to 2. I feel as though I don't have the time to sit there because of Renalia because she keeps me so busy. Oh, by the way, that blush was the Amelia Olivia Glow Milk Blush from the Beauty Crop. So I feel as though I haven't had the chance to sort of sit in it. It goes way quicker this pregnancy. Like, that is a fact. This is flying by. It makes me sad because I'm like, no, it's going so quick and I love it. And I love watching her move and just, it's magical. Sometimes Renee will make this loud noise and then the baby will kick and I'm like, she knows what she's coming out to. Okay, next one. How's your stomach condition been with baby number 2? I would say exactly the same as with Renalia. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's been absolutely magical. Like, I remember when I was younger, you know, my mum used to be like, or when I was like 20, my mum was like, you just need to get pregnant. I was like, Mum, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life because I hate men. So that's absolutely not happening, but thank you. And my mum had like different things, obviously not my stomach condition, but my mum had difficulties when she was younger with certain things, with her hormones and stuff. And when she got pregnant, she said like, it was just a dream. When it was with you and Jacob, she was like, it was just a dream. Like, I felt like it sorted all of the things that I'd been like dealing with out. By the way, my blusher will start going off soon, so let's not judge because the blusher looks a lot, I know. But yeah, been eating different things. I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like these babies, I owe them my life because they've given me, from what was an 8-year struggle, a massive relief. I'm eating things that I couldn't ever eat. I'm making the most of it, huns. I will tell you that. I'm telling you that. I was really supported in my first pregnancy and I've been not as supported in my second because I feel as though I'm not as in contact with my specialist as much as I was. But my nutritionist have given me, you know, different supplements to take. And I feel as though, you know, they've said, obviously I had to wean into certain things, but I haven't gone back to my restricted diet even when I was breastfeeding Renalia. So even when I wasn't pregnant with this baby, when I was breastfeeding, and I kept saying like, when I stop breastfeeding, I'm sure my stomach condition's gonna return. I'm just sure of it. And everyone was saying like, once you stop feeding, it'll come back. Because lots of people I know have had relief from like, I mean, so many of you have messaged me like saying that when you got pregnant, you had relief from like diabetes, and so many Crohn's, which is just absolutely madness. But my stomach was paralyzed and basically it just wasn't, it was too flexible, even though our organs are flexible. It was so flexible because I have hyperextension that it was basically very sluggish and wouldn't move things through. They said that with the pregnancy, where the baby has moved up and moves all the organs and pushes all the organs, your stomach has kind of gone into a place where it's actually the right shape and such. I'm making the most of it. You should have seen me at Easter. Woo! I was loving life, let me tell you. So we're just going with it. I'm just going to go with it while, you know, everyone's around me supporting me, my midwife, my health visitors, everyone that's around me is supporting me very much with this. I'm going to make the most of it. If it's another 2-year holiday, if it's only another couple of weeks holiday, I'll make the most of it. And as soon as I see those signs and symptoms, obviously I will definitely be notifying the relevant people. Okay, next one. What courses are you taking? Oh, this is really exciting because we actually have a lady coming around. We never did like a face-to-face person course before. We always just did them online. We've actually got a lady coming around on the 19th. She's from the Mindful Birth company. And they have courses, and basically a lot of their courses, well, you get someone that comes to you. And it's just amazing. So it's a 6-hour course that they come and they do 3 nights separately. They have yoga on their online website. It's amazing. I found it by literally just looking for doulas in Brighton, then found this lady, Laura, who I want her to be my best friend. I literally want her to be my best friend. I WhatsApp her all the time. She has the most amazing audio recordings. Her voice is so relaxing. Like when I get stressed, I listen to her. I've got to get rid of this, guys. Sorry, I've got to get rid of this. And I can't find the bit of thing that I need to get rid of it with. I'm just going to chip away at my skin with this. Are we really going to do it to ourselves, Hans? Are we really going to do it to ourselves? We are. We're actually going to just... That was pretty easy. I need to brush my hair. My hair is so greasy and my daughter hates me wearing my hair up, but that's a story for another day. So we've got a lady coming around. I'm so excited to come around to the house. And then, yeah, then they come to you afterwards as well. And they have this whole online thing. Basically, they started their company by basically saying that they wanted to have the all-in-one. So like when you give birth, afterwards, where's the support? There's not as much support as you do get throughout the pregnancy. So they have like a feeding specialist on there to help with latch if you want to breastfeed. They have sleep coaches on there. They come and see you postnatally. Like when I found this course, I was like, this is the one we're doing. Spencer's really excited as well. And then I'm also doing online the Naked Doula. Love her, absolutely love her. Absolutely love her. She's amazing and love her course. I feel like it really does break it down. If you want more of an online course that's not in person, or you could just mix the both. That's why I'm mixing the both, because I feel as though I'm getting the one online that's talking more about that, but then I'm getting the in-person person that I can literally speak to and ask all the questions to, and it's like one-on-one. And that's amazing to me. Right, how do you deal if parents disrespect the boundaries you set for your children? By the way, it's really annoying, this video, because I haven't really been looking at the camera so much. I've been sort of doing my makeup. So I'm sorry if that's really rude. Oh, this is sharp. Oh, this is sharp. That is not the one. So, my parents... Spencer's parents are better at it, but then it's because I guess we just don't see them as much. And also, I'm not their child. And I feel like the daughter's parents sometimes feel... Well, it's just because we see my parents a lot more. Because obviously my dad lives around the corner. Spencer's family do live further away and they have different commitments. Yes, my parents love to undermine some things that I do because they love Renalia so much. So like, okay, my dad says that when I was younger, I was a little bit spoiled, right, of love. And I would moan and be like, I don't want to walk and I want to be picked up. My parents moan about that. They moan about that. They're like, you didn't want to walk. And I'm like, Huns, all right, don't blame me. Like, I was a baby. Let's not talk about it. Oh no, now if Renalia doesn't want to walk, guess what? They'll pick her up. My dad actually... She's a lot better at walking than me. I hated walking. But she actually wants to walk. She loves running around. So, doesn't like the pram. Doesn't like the pram. I can get her in a trike if I entice her with things. But if she wants to walk, she wants to walk. And she loves walking. Like the other day as well, my parents, like if Renalia's crying a little bit, sometimes she cries for like 2 minutes and I'm like, she's just self-settling herself. It's not like a scream. It's not like, Rah! She's just like, whatever, right? And I know she's just going to go to sleep. She's tired. No. And I would never leave her longer than that. And if it's a cry that like escalates, obviously I'm going to see my child. No. My mum and dad will just go in. And then I'm like, Hans, mum, dad, you need to stop. I'll tell them about themselves. But my family, we do have that relationship where I can just be like effing and jeffing. And then the next minute we're just laughing. Spencer thinks we're Italian because they're very like highly strung. Which is the opposite of his family. They're so like chill and reserved, like just calm. And my family are just like, rah, rah, I love you so much. Rah, rah. So, but that's fine. So I would just be like, Mum, Dad, you need to absolutely stop. Like, no. So I'll just tell them. Spencer's not shy to tell my parents. Spencer will tell my parents and call them out on things. Spencer's very comfortable with my parents. He'll be like, no. I love it. Honestly, how much does your life change after having a baby? Do your friends who don't have a baby want to see you still? Let me just spray this. Am I finished with my makeup? No, I got one more thing. None of my friends, except one, actually had any babies as such. One had a toddler, one has like an 11-year-old, one has a 5, a 3, and very similar to Renalia's age, like 3 weeks older than Renalia. One has no babies at all. And I've obviously found mum friends from my past that we just lost connection through school and now we found each other again. But my friends that don't have babies, we still see each other. I don't get to see them as often, like Lucy. But then to be fair, I don't really see Lucy that often. We just still talk most days. Or I'll send her like a 9-minute voice note or a 14-minute voice note. But she is coming to see me. It's just harder for me to get up to London because obviously I have Renalia and now I'm pregnant. It's just harder for me to be able to like go up there and just have a day out kind of thing. Because the days I have that I can do, she's working. So it's weekends that she's free, and then normally the weekends I've planned to do stuff with Renalia, etc. So yeah, it's just a different juggle. But for me, life hasn't changed at all. Like I still am very much seeing my friends. I was never a party goer anyway. I did all the partying when I was younger. So my friends know like I don't do that. I don't go out to like clubs or pubs and things like that. So when I do see my friends, it's like dinners. We like to do things like spa days. That's what I like. We like to just go for brunches, chill, have chats. That's my vibe. So I feel like I haven't missed out or changed much in my life because I didn't have that much before that. Like I never had like a big clique of friends that I'd go out with every weekend and we'd talk all day on like a group chat. Never had that. So I love my friends to pieces and they just get it. And we all have busy lives, whether they have children or not. So yeah, don't be worried that your life's going to change. If anything, you really see who your true people are because your priorities change and your life changes. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I feel like I just need to go and brush my hair because it's so greasy. But I feel like my makeup looks fine, doesn't it? I feel like it looks fine. I think it looks lovely. I look fit as anything. So I put my Charlotte Tilbury on. Anyway, let me know if you like this video and if you want me to do more of these because I really enjoy doing these. And I will see you in my next video. I upload every Wednesday and every Sunday at 6 p.m. and I'll see you then. I love you until next time. I'm going to love you and I'm going to leave you. Bye.